So I was looking through the Total War forum, and I found this very extremely interesting tidbit of information that we have not heard anything from Creative Assembly officially that I can find. So I would let you guys know and kind of advise you guys to take this with a grain of salt. But hopefully we do hear something about this, and hopefully this is true. But the author of this thread gave no link to the anything on Total War's Facebook page about this, so I'm assuming that this is something like a reply on one of their posts. And I looked through the majority of their new posts. I really couldn't find this, so again, I wanted you guys to take this with a grain of salt. But what it says here is, I guess he asked a question or of some sort, and they explained this, which is weird. They posted this without actually it being official. So I want to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on this, because it's a really big deal, and maybe it is official and they posted and I just have missed it. Maybe it was on something else in Twitter, maybe on Twitter or something like that, but it looks like you got it straight from Facebook. And it says, we'll be sharing an exciting and exclusive look at what's next for the Total War Warhammer series in a Creative Assembly hosted developer session at 4 p.m. on Friday, 31st March. So that's extremely specific for this to be a sort of a hoax or maybe something fake. But at the same time, I can't verify it. So I just want to go ahead and give you guys this information. Maybe it'll take some time, maybe like in this week or so, for them to post something official about it. Maybe they were just the guy was responding to whoever controls this Facebook page was responding to a question. But again, don't take this to heart. This is just something that is out there, and I wanted to go ahead and kind of talk to you guys about it. So if it is true, and it actually kind of seems sort of official from the way it's worded, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on what it might be. So a 4 p.m. developer session. So what I was thinking was that it's not going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be a YouTube video, because it seems more like a Twitch type of thing, something that's live streamed, something that's that you can actually watch, and you have to probably be on their Twitch channel to watch. So I'm going to be checking out for it. I'll be checking out on that day. That day I actually work that night at 7 p.m. So this says at 4 o'clock, and they're in, I believe they're in London. So for me, it should be like around 11 a.m. So it's not too bad, honestly. So I'll be able to go ahead and report on this and watch and report on it and see if there's anything, what we can actually gather from this news. And from some of the posts that we've seen from what's next, I think it was just updated in December 2016. They are saying that they're working on some stuff for the for Total War Warhammer. And actually, let me go ahead and go to it right now. Here's what it says about Total War Warhammer. It says, on the future side, there's a lot of discussions being had and scheduling being done around our plans for the second Warhammer games, DLCs, free LCs, and not to mention the earlier adopter bonus, which will be one of the next things that the team moves on as we get into next year. I believe it said I guess maybe oh no, here it is. Okay, so that's on the next game, and they're talking about a earlier adopter bonus, which means, in my opinion, means free LC that you get for pre-ordering the game, essentially. So that's not what I want to talk about. What I talk about here is the Warhammer sequel. So the sequel is now in full production. So it seems like they just started production in December, with the majority of CA staff on Total War working through the huge content plan for the second part of the trilogy. In the last few months, the art and animation teams have been decking the studio walls and with incredible renders of our new models and sending around vids of jaw-dropping animations. So on this day, what I think they're going to talk about is, for one, they're going to talk about what they're working on. Number two, I believe they're going to talk about how the trilogy is supposed to connect with the main Warhammer game. And number three, we might get some of these actual visuals of these animations. But that's me really, really reaching high, because I feel like Creative Assembly wants to gather the most amount of intrigue on this, so they might want to have it so before they would show any sort of like rough animation about a certain feature or certain species or race in the game, they want to go ahead and have like a trailer. They want to have it fully fleshed out. So that part might be scrapped. Honestly, what I think is going to happen is that we're going to be getting something along the lines of a talking about the Warhammer Trilogy, talking about the animations that they're working on, the art that they're working on, and then they're going to go ahead and drop maybe like a mini trailer of some kind for the next DLC for Total War Warhammer, the game itself. So some of the things they're probably going to talk about is probably going to talk about an update for Kislev. They're going to have a full update for Kislev, making all like making it a rounded faction essentially. Another thing they're going to have more than likely is that they're going to focus on the Skaven. The Skaven really is essentially the last faction that is going to be in the old world map. For if you're looking at the Tomb Kings, you'd have to add a piece to the map, and so I feel like that would take more work. You'd also have to add more, you'd have to have a new area to explore essentially. So I think that they're going to be talking about Skaven. Honestly, they're going to be talking about the Skaven. The Skaven is going to be what we're going to see for the next DLC for Total War Warhammer. That's really the last faction that's not been added to the old world map. I mean, there are other factions that need more attention, like Estalia, Talea, all that, but they're at least on the map. Because the Skaven are not on the map yet, so I think that's what we're going to get on the 31st of this month. We're going to get a trailer to them, and then again what they're working on for the future of the trilogy. And what I'm really hoping is that we get some sort of information in here soon in the future talking about the historical side of things. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and drop this on you. It seemed like it kind of fit from what they've officially reported on this page to what this guy says that they mentioned or they replied to him on Facebook. So again, not 100% verified. I'm not going to be one of those guys saying that this is 100% verified, but go ahead and just let me know what you guys think of this. Put in the comment section below. Let me know, guys. Drop me a like if you like my video. Let's see if we can get over 50 likes for this video. And as always, this is going to be Jetzu signing off. Take care, guys.